is. Yay, Alex. Alexander Hannett, you are our service hero of today. 365 days of awesome. Let me introduce my dear friend to you all, and then you'll know why it is that I have asked him to be here and share with you all, but also why he is our service hero. I was just on the call with him earlier. He had asked for a phone call with me, and in that call, he actually showed me such an amazing amount of service. He actually asked me, "What can I do to serve you, Tamara?" And he is doing this as part of a program, and I'm going to let you explain in just a moment. But the thing about Alex that is so cool to me is this is a man with a cause. He is on a mission, and watch out, guys. He is going to change the way things are done. And I'm going to now hand it over to you, Alex. So take it away. Tell us about Alex and tell us what it is that you did today that I said, wait a minute, can you go on? And do this
No,
Facebook
I'm
Live.
just I'm in a program. It's called Epic Impact, which it's changing my life. I've gotten some of the closest friends in my entire life are through Epic Impact, and we had a call Tuesday that asked us to look at our environment, as our environment is the biggest part of our success. So they asked us to call up 5 people, 5 of the most important people in your life that you want for the next 5 years. And one of those 5 people was you, Tamara. And I really and they said for us to basically contact you, to ask you how I can be a better friend to you, how I can better show up to you, and how I can better serve you, as well as finding ways how I have been trustworthy to you, how I have built trust with you, as well as ways I can build trust more with you. And that's the big reason why I contacted you, was because I really care about you. You're one of the top 5 people in my life, and I really wanted to find out how I can best serve you.
Well, thank you so very much, Alex. For those of you that don't know Alex, which I think there's a few of you that are even on right now that don't, let me explain why this young man is such an amazing rock star in my mind. I met him only about 3 months ago. However, it feels like I've known him. Sandra, hi. Hi, Skip. I feel like I've known this young man forever. He just feels like he is a part of my family. In fact, I've kind of adopted him to be a part of my family. And he has a message and a mission that is going to actually change the way that things are done. I want you to talk a little bit about your history and what it is that you are planning to do with turning around what was a challenge in your life, Alex, and how you're going to go out there and make a difference for people that can understand and relate. I know I sure did. And my heart just is out there with you, to serve with you in what your mission is. But why don't you introduce yourself in your background and what you're doing?
Yeah, well, throughout my life, especially from an early age, I suffered from bullying, abuse, Tourette syndrome, bipolar, and PTSD, and I've had to cope with all of them. I've battled them for many, many years, and I lost most of my childhood social life from it. And it got so bad where I got very close to committing suicide a few times. And also, when I took the SATs to go to college, I was so behind in academics because I was focused more on safety and security than actual academics. I scored a 610 on the SATs when a 600 was the lowest score. And when I entered college, the only reason I got accepted to college was because the letter that I wrote for an essay, I helped my parents, myself, and a few teachers help me write it, where I wrote about overcoming Tourette's, getting involved in golf, which helped me overcome and gain a lot of skills in social mobility, and that really helped me get into college. But then when I did, I took reading and writing and placement tests, and I scored so low that I had to take remedial reading and writing exam classes for 4 straight semesters because I failed them 3 times, and I only passed it the 4th time from getting a C. And long story short, all that happened 9 years from that point. I interned for the Olympics, traveled to Washington, D.C., lobbied for millions of dollars in Congress, members of Congress, some of the most influential in politics, for millions of dollars for disability sport, Paralympic sport, and the Wounded Warriors Project. The economy collapsed, traveled back home, got very dark because I went back to the same place that I grew up as, and it was dark. And then I decided, and I was building an organization that connected alumni online for the first time at my university worldwide. And then in 2012, I decided to take a risk and a leap of faith, and I quit my job in Virginia, packed in 1 suitcase, myself and a car, and I traveled to Miami without a job, money, or place to stay. And I was unemployed for about 7 months when I got there. And then everything else happened where I got to Miami. I got a job at this company called All Florida Paper. Went from a part-time temporary clerk to manager of corporate strategy and marketing for the entire company. Established a 401k, named Rookie of the Year of the entire Miami metropolitan area, the 7th largest in the United States. Elected to the board of directors of a multi-million-dollar company, and also got my organization acquired by a much larger business. So in 9 years, I went from scoring 610 in the SATs, almost committing suicide, not knowing how to read or write upon entering college, suffering from abuse, bullying, Tourette's, bipolar, and PTSD, to getting on the board of directors of a multi-million-dollar company, Rookie of the Year of the 7th largest metropolitan area in the United States, and a very meteoric or a very enormous rise at an Inc. 5000 company, from a part-time temporary clerk in 10 months to manager of corporate strategy and marketing in 10 months. And to me, all that happened in 9 years, so that's my story. And my story is I want to be able to empower kids to be able to see their dreams, to be able to realize their potential, overcome their fears, and chase their dreams and their potential in spite of what society tells them they should do. Because I've noticed it myself with bipolar, with PTSD, with Tourette's. If you're different, if you're labeled different, society has this thing they tell you that what you should do. You shouldn't try to go for the stars because since you have bipolar or PTSD, Tourette's, you may relapse, you may disappoint yourself, suffer because you're different. Me, I just say screw that. I'm just like chase your dreams, overcome your fears, in spite of what people tell you, and that's what I want to try to inspire.
Are you still there? I hope we didn't lose him. If we
Empower
lost,
change.
oh, there he is. We lost you for you.
Now I'm here.
Okay, keep going.
No, and I want to use my experiences, this organization that I'm building right now, to inspire a generation, empower kids to really chase their dreams, believe in themselves, in spite of what society tells them to do. And just empowering change. That's my vision. And I want to build a global organization and bring together the best people in the world with regards to this, to transform and mold society, because it's one of the biggest stigmas. As I've always said, mental illness and bullying to some extent is a huge stigma today. And it's very much like, I want to say, the civil rights movement or the women's suffrage movement from many years ago, is that it's a stigma that it's people don't look at it as the way it should be. People look at mental illness and they don't think it's real. I know that's why many kids get bullied, is because they say you're different or they say you're weird. Our country doesn't look at mental illness the same way as a broken leg. If someone sees you have a broken leg, they see it, oh, wow, I'm sorry for you. I'm really sorry. But you have Tourette's, you have bipolar, a stutter, all these things. People don't look at that the same way as broken leg. And that's why they torment, they bully, which can be very traumatizing for a kid. It's because they don't look at it the same way. And to me, that's a huge problem in society today that I am trying to fix. And I want to be able to work with kids to empower them to really change their lives and believe in themselves that they can accomplish anything.
You know, and you are going to do that. You already are starting to get your word out there. I know that I had a dear friend of mine that has some experience in this, get on the phone with you, and the two of you, I mean, she was so excited, the both of you, so excited to work together and to be able to make a difference. You know, Alex, you are a superstar. You're a rock star in my mind. For those of you that don't know, I have been touched by some of the things that Alex has dealt with in my own family with my own children. And it is, as a mother, you know, and that's why we connected in so many different ways. And I've adopted him, you know, because he's one of my kids now. And so proud of him, and am there to be a cheerleader. So, Alex Hannett, I am today awarding you the Service Hero of day number 31 of 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service because of the man that you are and what you're doing, not only for the offer of help for me today and service to me today, but for those that you're serving now and will be serving in the future. I absolutely know that there is no end to the people that you are going to affect, the change that's going to be made, and the movement that you're going to be throwing things upside down and all around, and I am so excited. I'm going to be one of your biggest cheerleaders on the side of the lines there, and I know that there is going to be many more that are watching this that will be joining me. So thank you for being you, and thank you for being a service hero. You want to say anything goodbye to anybody? Say goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, I just see some of my closest friends are on, from Esther and Jennifer Hemileski. I just really appreciate you watching. I love all you guys. And really, do you know what, like, what really touched me was when you told me that you were telling your son about me, and when you told me that your son told you that he wanted to be like me, I started crying. And then my heart felt like it was just soft, because to me that I've never been told that before. And when you told me that to me just made my heart so soft. And I just want to thank you for telling me that, because that really meant a lot to me.
Well, you mean a lot to me, Alex. And you know, I know that you're going to mean a lot to so many others, and you are going to help. You are needed. You have stepped up to the plate. Today in our society, we need someone like you, and you've heard that call and you've said, here I am. I am so proud of you, Alex. So thank you for joining me today on day number 31 of 365 Days of Awesome. Celebrate success through service. I am Tamara Hunter, and I am celebrating Alex Hannett, who is our service hero. Have a great day, and see you tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Thanks, Tamara. Bye.